Hello, Floss Tube. It has been forever and a day. I am Robin. Welcome to Hot Mess Hobbies. So, wanted to come back after I don't even know how long it's been, and kind of regroup and try to reset and have a little rebirth of my channel. Um, Life got crazy, like crazy town crazy. My 4-year-old had to have a little surgery on his toe. He's perfectly fine, but he had a little ingrown toenail, and fixing that in a 4-year-old requires sedation. Um, let's see, I had ankle surgery, which ended up being much more of a long-term recovery than I anticipated. When they tell you things like, oh, you'll be in a cast for a month and a boot for a month and on crutches for this long, it doesn't sound that bad until you're living it. I had to do the whole like shower chair. I had crutches, I had a knee scooter, I had a boot, I had all the things. So that took many months and it just sapped all the life out of me. Then we've just been through the ringer with the sicknesses. The kids have had strep, I've had strep. We had some kind of terrible cold go through. Then I got COVID. The kids got COVID too, but for like a day and a half, and then they were fine. And I was so grateful for that. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where this reflection is coming from. I'm in my stitchy chair and I have to close. Maybe that's better. I have to close the blind here because otherwise the sun comes in there right now and it will blind you. But I have the daylight lamp on to try to give me some ambient light. But if I point it, it will blind me. So I'm trying to find a happy medium. Excuse me. But like I said, I'm getting over COVID. So apologies in advance if I cough. The one thing I did realize is that as a mom of 2 little kids, who's dealing with some medical stuff, who's dealing with life, who's dealing with an amazing husband who travels a lot, and trying to get back into the swing, although it's been 6 months at this point, of a new job and doing all those mom things, plus all the back to work things, plus dealing with everything else that life throws at you. It was just too much for me to be trying to make like super high-end videos. This is Hot Mess Hobbies. You're going to get what you're going to get. And so today there's no editing. I have seen amazing WIP parades with befores and details and all those things. You get what you get. I'm going to show you everything I can. I will tell you everything I can, but I'm not planning to edit this. So if the dog barks, I'm sorry. If there's crinkling, I'm sorry. If I have to clear my throat, I'm sorry. But this is what you get. So let's dig into it because like every week, it seems like this has been a week. Our washing machine flooded. I got rear-ended while stationary in the Starbucks drive-through line. It's just, yeah, we need to talk about cross-stitch because cross-stitch is wonderful and everybody loves cross-stitch, or they should. So let's talk about it. The very first WIP, these are in absolutely no particular order of any kind. There just are, is Mirabilia's The Red Lady Pirate. She's so pretty. This is one of my older WIPs for sure. And I'm very excited because I like to stitch on my Lowry stand. I have begun to use, excuse me, roller frames. And I tried some smaller ones, fell in love, tried and just got in some larger sizes that I think were back ordered for like 10 months because they pretty much make the bigger ones to order. Sorry, I got magnets everywhere. So I just for the very first time was able to stitch on it on this, but there you see, gorgy gorge. I did a little bit of filling in kind of up here. But then I realized I had left my main colors that I planned to fill in over here because I had taken this to a retreat at a friend's house. I left them conveniently by my stitchy chair at my house, so it didn't get as much love. You may not see a huge difference if you've seen it in previous videos. Again, I know it has been a while, so I did go through and try to get any of the cover pages I was missing. Because when there's just like a blob, and I'm trying to tell you it's going to be that blob's going to be a thing, makes a lot more sense when you can see. So, okay, put that one away. Next is a new start since I have last seen you. It is, oh, the last one was on Calypso by Picture This Plus, 28 count fabric, 2/2. No clue when I started it, 100 years ago. This is Summer's Swan by Brenda Gervais, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm sorry, there's kind of a sticker right in the middle. I am not taking these out of the plastic. I'll do my best to avoid glare, but it seems like glare is going to be a reality of life right now. It just is way too much crinkling. Summer Swan. Oh, she's so pretty. So pretty. I picked this up and I could not stop stitching on it. So this is what I have thus far. Swan butt. So just a few days ago, I actually finished the little tail, and there's some of the berries and the flowers. So I'm really excited because there's grass down here, but that's pretty much, there's one row of grass and that's the bottom. And then I'm going to do I think there's some, not branches, stems and leaves over here. And then I'm pretty much halfway done, and then I get to work this way and do the fun part of the swan with the head and the flag. So I'm really excited. This is a lovely piece. I am doing this on a 28 count polka dot fabric. I believe it is no, it's not Picture This Plus. I think it's Zweigart. I see an orange side, so it's probably Zweigart because the salvage is orange. 2/2. And I am using the called for floss, I think. Nope, I lied. I did my own conversion entirely to floss I had in my stash. I am not going to go through the conversions on this video. If you are dying to know, I will try to cover it in a future video. Okay. All right, next one. Oh, I can't show you this one. So the next one is a new start that I cannot show you because it is a gift for someone who likely will watch this video. May watch this video. Good chance. So we're going to skip over that one. So there's one mystery WIP. I will show it to you if it ever gets done. The next is Spellville. This was originally a Sal. It's by Barbara Anna Designs. The Sal finished, I don't know, 2 years ago. I believe hers was originally charted in DMC, but I switched to some fancy floss, just sort of random from my stash like I do. I'm pretty pleased with how much I have done. I obviously have a good ways to go. I'll try to hold this up without crinkling too much. I don't know how successful it'll be because now I can't see either. So I still have all this bottom shenanigans and about half of this leafy bit to go. I would love to get this done by Halloween. Somebody said to me, I wish I could remember who, why don't you do like for Dark 13, instead of only stitching on it on the 13th or trying to save it for Halloween, why don't you make it your focus piece on the 13th of September and October, but maybe try to do like 13 minutes a day on it. I thought, well, that's kind of a nifty idea. Or they said do 31 minutes because Halloween's October 31st, which might get me a little bit farther. So food for thought. I'm trying to be really good about giving myself grace and finding balance in life, which can be hard. I'm sure you all know, like, it can be hard to not be super critical of yourself, to not feel that you have so many things to do you can't enjoy your time. But I'm trying to make sure I take a lunch break because frankly, I'm more productive the second half of the day if my brain gets a minute. And to try to find even a few minutes to stitch every day, which for me, if I stitch 3 times a week, that's huge. So if I could find even 10 minutes a day to stitch, life would be great. Oh, I'm so excited to show you this. Okay, so I don't believe you'll have seen this before, at least not in the general marketplace. I attended the Acorns and Threads retreat. Highly recommend it. I did attend as a virtual attendee, but 2 of my dear stitchy friends here also were doing it. So we went to one of her houses and just had the best time. And it was so nice to have the companionship, but then you have the virtual aspect and you get these fun, you know, bags for the retreat with all the goodies and the designers. And so it was fabulous. They had Teresa Kogut and Heartstring Samplery. It took me a minute. I don't know why. But one of the projects we got, and the picture on the chart is kind of dark, so hopefully you can see it. But it's this Willow and Finn Biscornu. Willow is this adorable otter. And Finn is this super cute, not hedgehog, shoot, what's it called? Raccoon. So you can see this one is Finn and this one is Willow. And again, I'm sorry, I just don't want to add all the extra time of taking it in and out of the bag and the crinkling and stuff. I did, however, figure out that if I stitched it how I normally stitch, which is 28 or 32 count, 2/2, it would be like 8.5 inches big. That's a giant Biscornu. So I decided, since the fabric I chose has a little bit looser weave and weft and it's easier to see the holes, that I get a little spicy, and I'm trying it 1/1 on 28 count. This is a mystery piece of gingham. I think it might be a Zweigart, but honestly, it just came in like a big bundle of random nonsense that I bought from somebody. I only have the tiniest little start on the flower in the center of the Biscornu. And I think I'm starting on Willow's Biscornu. That's the, I was going to say water squirrel. It's not even a thing. What are they called? Otter. My God. I'm falling apart. The otter, aka water squirrel. I am doing this in the called for threads, which are gorgeous and were provided as part of the retreat. So I'm loving that. The next is another new start since you last saw me, of which there are many. This is one where I downloaded, pardon my reach out of the camera, I downloaded the cover page onto my iPad because this was a PDF I'd printed out and kitted a while back. And look at this. I'm like so prepared, I'm confused. This is what it will look like when it's done. I am using mostly the call for threads. I'll show you what I mean by that. So what I'm doing is I am using this piece of mystery fabric. And again, I'm sorry, I am trying to work through my stash of fabric, and a lot of it I bought just on eBay as lots of offcuts and things to try to be, more economical. But I found this beautiful, like, buttery yellow that has a really warm tone to it. So I thought, oh, that's perfect for fall. But I did change these little scallops were meant to be ecru. And when I put the ecru on here, it just sort of made the ecru look dirty and the yellow look washed out. It did not go well. So I just picked this pretty, it's showing up as really dark brown, but it's actually more like a maroon. And then I pulled two DMC, not color variations, variegated for spice and for pumpkin for two reasons. One, pumpkin was in ecru and I wouldn't be able to see it, but I thought this was too dark. And the spice, I accidentally came across the floss and I was like, that looks like pumpkin spice. I have to use this. So not super far, but that was just sort of I needed an easy stitch. I will try to tell you quickly since it's here. So I swapped out the ecru for DMC 3857. I don't know if you can see that. It's still coming through as brown, but it has some like more maroony tone to it. And then the lighter variegated that I'm using at the top is this DMC 51. And the one I'm using for the word spice is this DMC 111. I know it's not focusing great. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm just enjoying it. Sometimes it's nice when I've got a lot of bigger projects or I'm using a lot of projects with fancy floss and things to have something that's just do it. Like just easy DMC, knock it out. And I feel like I get a lot of progress that way. The next one is my often neglected, fairly old WIP. Sophia by Summer House Stitchworks. It is this beauty. There is a, there you go, a partner piece that uses the same colors, and I think there's only, is it 4 or 5? There's only 4 colors in this. And it's another bird. It's a different bird. I couldn't tell you the name of it right now, but I do have it. And someday, if I finish this one, I'll probably start that one. Whoops. This is in the hoop because it got a little love recently. Behold, still my heart. But look how good she looks. Most of it is in the snap, and I'm hoping to get some more work on it, so I'm not going to take it out. But okay, I had to unpick a bunch of this, which was, the frog visited me hard. But I fixed it all, got this done, got this leaf done, got this cute little acorn done. I finished this leaf. I did some of these little fiddly bits. And she's coming along. So I've got 2 more big leaves and lots of circle and vines, but I'm well beyond halfway done because the bird's a good bit of it. So I'm pleased. I'm very pleased. I can't say I've had much of a plan or a schedule per se. I've gone completely off the rails with WIP Go. I do want to do it next year, but I've been doing what I'm calling arbitrary always right now, where I'm just like, nah, I want to stitch on that one. So that's what I stitch on. If I'm getting progress, that's good. Oh no, hold on. Let me see if I have a cover page for this one. This is Shipjack Sampler. I am in love with it. Let me see. Do I have, pardon my checking here. I bet I can find. Oh, is that it? Nope, that's not it. Well, I thought I was prepared. See, this is about as, apparently there's a Shipjack barbecue sampler platter that is quite popular. Cross stitch pattern, yeah. And what are you talking about? Okay, there's also an automotive part called a Shipjack, according to the interweb, but I cannot find a picture. I apologize. I don't have much done, but this is by, I don't even have my, boy, I'm really falling down on this. Oh, crud. I'll tell you who it's by in a minute because I have another pattern where I actually have the pattern in the bag. I don't know what I did with this pattern, but I haven't been able to find it since I started it. Good chance it's sitting on my scanner and I scanned it and I just left it in there forever. But I have this itty bitty smidgy. I will call out the designer when I get to the other pattern and can remember the name. But I did, so the original one is on, I think, hot pink, and my friend Angela, who I start many projects with and watch her finish, has started this. I don't think she's finished this one. She finished the other one, and she's doing it on a very similar piece to what the model is stitched on, and it's gorgeous. But I wanted like stormy seas, so I found this beautiful 32 count. It is a limited edition color in cotton. It was from several years ago when I bought one of their Halloween mystery boxes, which was full of so much fun stuff. The only thing I found is that with the, it uses all Forbidden Fiber Company, which is luscious and I adore it. But these fibers are very plump and this is a little bit tight. And so it was kind of chewing up my fabric. So I'm going to go back to this soon and try it with Thread Heaven. I don't usually use thread conditioner, but I think on this one, it will make the stitching experience much nicer. And I will do my best. I'm actually going to put this to the side to try to remember that I need to get a cover picture. Next one. So she got a little bit of love, but I think this is one that I'm going to see a lot more progress on, having the larger roller frames. Trying to use the Nurge hoop in my Lowry stand when there's a ton of fabric, because because I'm stitching two-handed and I'm a poke and stabber or whatever it's called instead of using the sewing method. all that fabric gets in my way. And so I think this will just neatly roll it out. Let me grab the cover picture. This is by, and I'm sorry in advance because I am going to absolutely butcher the name. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. Here's the cover picture. Look at how gorgeous. And it is by this person. And they have gorgeous, gorgeous patterns. I bought them through an app I can't even remember the name of because I downloaded it exclusively to get their PDFs. Basically bought all of them and then deleted the app because I had the PDFs. Anyway, so the colors in this is the only pattern I have on floss drops. It was my first time trying floss drops. They look really pretty. I hate them. They're just not for me. They don't work the way that my brain works. I like my bobbins. Call me crazy. I know most people love the floss drops, but they are not for me. Okay, where is, oops, that's the back. You don't want to see the back. Not nearly as cute as the front. Okay, so clearly I have a lot of fabric here and a long way to go. I can't even get it under control. But I got a good bit done in here and I got a good bit done there. So I'm very, very pleased with that. And I think again too on the roll of flight frame, you can kind of see where the mark from the nerge was. I get to a point with these larger motifs where the hoop is in the way and I want to just kind of keep going. And I can't. So again, I'm excited because I think it'll be a more pleasant stitching experience for me and how I stitch to have it, whoops, in a roll of frame. Trying to get all this fabric back in this bag, it's no joke. Alrighty, this is when I want to start, but we haven't yet, so we're gonna just tuck that to the side. Here is another one that I've got a cover picture for you on my iPad because I'm getting smarter. Look at me. All right, where'd you go? Seize the Day. So this is, it was a sell when I started it. I'm like years behind, as I am on most of them. This is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Super cute. I bought the kit. And I bought it with, I think this is the only project I have on Aida. It's 16 count mystery Aida. It's hand dyed, it's beautiful. I'm doing it 2/2 with the called for DMC. I bought the kit where I got the needle minder and the, well, no, maybe this Aida was from them. I take that back. I got the full kit with the Aida. But it's really cute. I only have one corner done. So all the ocean scenes go down this way and the other half of the beach is this way. I'm sorry, I lied. It goes down this way and the other half of the beach goes this way. Always is so hard for me because everything is like switched around. I don't know. Goes across somewhere. I don't know. So I have made a little bit of progress on that since you last saw it. Not a lot. I try when I take that out to at least do one motif, which doesn't sound that hard because they're small, but every motif will have what feels like to me a dozen colors. And it just takes that little beach hut, which is adorable, took forever. I think there's 20 colors in that one hut. Okay. I'm just picking these at random too. So let's see. Oh, okay. I just have to show you, before I even show you the project, look at this. This is a Silks for You. I took the hank and I actually have a winder for yarn and I all up into this beautiful cake. And I just want to like, oh, it's so soft. And look at those gorgeous colors. Oh, it's like fall in a silky ball. Fall in a ball right there for you. Okay, this is when I started for my husband and I want to say our 5th wedding anniversary. This coming March will be our 8th. So you can tell I've gotten a ton of progress on this. But this is by My Big Toe. It's called I Will. Yeah, I Will. Here's the general image. I'm not going to read the whole verse to you. Maybe I'll get saucy and do it one time when I have an update on it. But the whole thing is charted in brown. Like, and it's a fancy floss brown, and I was originally going to do it, and I started, this whole border is brown. Like the only thing that isn't brown are these cute little flowers up here, and I couldn't do it. It was too much brown. I was dying. So I'm using the called for brown for the border, and I'm using my gorgeous, yummy silk for all those words. And my husband didn't want it to be too girly because it's for both of us. And so I was like, yeah, that's fine. I don't think that's girly. And he liked the colors in that floss too. So, excuse me. Oh, you're not going to zip on me now? Hold on, we're having a bag breakdown. There we go. What's this? Oh, this is Quiet Please by, it says Happy Mood Point on the PDF, but I don't think that's the designer. Quaker Sampler Quiet Please, Happy Mood Point. Yeah, I guess this is it. Let me just double check something because I think I have the cover page on here as well. Maybe it says, that just doesn't sound right to me. Happy Mood Point is what I got. Okay, we're going to go with Happy Mood Point. If I am wrong, let me know. It happens frequently and with great gusto. So here is a black and white of the pattern, but I know a lot of people worked on this when it first came out. It's such a pretty, pretty pattern. I am doing this again, 2/2. If I forget to say pretty much everything, but that Biscornu is 2/2. It's on 32 count Belfast by XG Designs in Smoky Green Gray, which is a beautiful piece of fabric. This is the first time I've stitched on XG Designs fabric, and there will be more. 100% will be more. But that's what I've gotten to. And the colors are just really pretty. They're kind of dark, like richer jewel tones, darker jewel tones. It's a really pretty palette. I'm enjoying it. I'm just making a giant pile of cross stitch on the floor and it's going to be a mess. Okay, this is Princess Eliana. This was another start with Angela. I don't think she's finished this, which she's definitely farther than I am. Maybe one day I will convince her or see if she'd like to do a floss tube together and show side by side all our projects. But this is a Mirabilia. I am doing this on 28 count mystery linen in the called for DMC. I will be honest, I'm not entirely sure which way this goes. I think it goes that way. Maybe. But it could go that way. But I'm pretty sure it's actually this way. Either way. Green blobs with a few flowers starting to show in. So I'd really like to get back to this. This is another one I think that having the bigger roller frames to manage the fabric, I'm hoping is really going to make a difference. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is my big toe. And it is on another 28 count Mystery Murano. I converted this to Carrie's Creations threads, which unfortunately are not made anymore, or I would buy them in bulk. But this is My Stitching and Me by My Big Toe Designs. So cute. I love the saying. Although I think I'm going to change the word tea to coffee if I can make it fit. Because I'm not much for tea. If I'm drinking tea, you know I'm like really sick. It's just not my jam. So this is where I'm at. This is about, I started in the center and went down to the border and then kind of went to the sides. So this is the middle. So I've got a good bit to come up, and then there's flowered border and flowered border. So I've got quite a ways to go, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm using this purple, pink, teal variegated floss by Carrie's Creations. I'll tell you in another video what it's called, but like I said, unfortunately, they do not make it anymore, which makes me sad. Oh, this is Love Boat Sampler. So the Shipjack Sampler was by the same designer, Ardith Designs. I could not for the life of me remember the name. Ardith Designs. They also designed that Shipjack Sampler. So this is the Love Boats. I bought this when it came out with the Forbidden Fiber floss pack, and I love it. Angela knocked this out in like 3 days. She couldn't stop stitching on it. I'm nowhere even remotely close to knocking it out. I am doing it on a 28 count Jobelin by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie in Rhiannon. I don't know how you pronounce that. Rhiannon. Many years ago, I was in her, I can't, there's such a little start, I literally can't even find it. I was in her Fabric of the Month club, and so I don't know if this is still available. But that's my start. My little squiggle. But I'm happy with my squiggle. I think that's the way it goes. Just kidding. It goes this way. There's my squiggle. So, massive progress. But you know what? It's beautiful. And this fabric is so soft, as Jobelin often is. 2/2, if I didn't say that. I'll either tell you 5 times or I won't ever tell you at all. So this is one by Autumn Lane Designs. Autumn Lane Designs or Stitchery? Autumn Lane. I am supposed to be attending the Queen City Stitch Retreat in Charlotte in November. We now have an issue where there's a conflict with my husband's schedule that was not there before. I'm hoping I can still work it out, but Autumn Lane is the featured designer. And so Lovebirds is the kind of the it's not homework, but it's like the featured pattern for the retreat. And then there's an exclusive pattern we'll get at the retreat, assuming I can make it. And there was like another one of her patterns that was a kind of a fall Halloween pattern that they were kind of featuring or stitching along together as well. So long story short, this is really pretty and I love it. This is her mock-up. I did mine a little bit opposite. You'll see what I mean in a sec. So I'm using a dark teal fabric, and I am using Carrie's Creation again, this pretty silk floss in these different colors of shades of pink. And I just have the center. All right, trying to make it so you can see, but I can also see what you see. But just a little start on the center, but I am just loving the way the floss looks, especially against this gorgeous rich teal. She needs more love. Love for the Lovebirds. Okay. We're getting there. This is Let's Go on an Adventure. I have not done anything on this since you've seen it last, but I'll show you just for completeness. This was a stitch along in, before I had kids, so at least 5 years ago. Very cute. I don't even have the last couple clues printed out. And all I have is part of this center. I just have a couple letters. That's all I got. And then I got going on so many Sal's, and this one was the farthest behind of any of them. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to just kind of pause on this one and make progress in the others. And when I get a couple others wrapped up, then I can focus on this. This is Glendon Place. Beautiful Sir Thomas. All the called for threads. There are so many Rainbow Gallery threads in here. I have only done some of the brown and tan DMCs so far, but I cannot wait. I'm getting to a point where I've kind of outlined. I'm down here and I've kind of outlined a lot of things, and now I'm getting close to where I can fill in with that Rainbow Gallery. And I'm excited. Let me show you. There you go. Just some browns and tans in the DMC colors, but all of these feathers, even though they're different colors, are actually like tan and gold and bronzy Rainbow Gallery threads. This is all filled with Rainbow Gallery threads. So I'm trying to get the DMC in here, and once I have the DMC outlines, I can fill in all that rainbow thread. I think it'll kind of protect the stitches a little more with the outline done, because I then won't be messing with any of the adjoining stitches. Here's, if you want to see, here's the Rainbow Gallery pack. 6 or 8 or 10 of those. Tigger is knocking at the back door and woofing because who knows why. Squirrel, lizard, Godzilla, could be any of them. All right, next is Lady of the Flag. I will say I was super upset because I had COVID and was sick as a dog on September 11th. And I really wanted to stitch on this, and I could not. I could barely lift my head up, much less get out of bed to stitch in it. She's so gorgeous. I am doing this with the called for threads, and I am using the Primitive Hair 30 count Constitution linen, 2/2, as I pretty much always do. And it goes this way. So for me, that's not bad progress. I think of all the Mirabilias I've started, this has the most progress, including my Red Lady Pirate, who is one of, if not my oldest WIP. So I'm very pleased with that. No, thank you, Tigger. He's gonna beat a hole in the door trying to get out there to chase something. Oh, this is one that I put in here and have not started yet. Maybe I need to start it today. We're gonna put that over here. I'm feeling saucy. I have to go repair my washing machine. I talked to my manager and needed to take a half a day PTO to deal with insurance claims in the car, and the person who hit me in the Starbucks line was very receptive and was just going to pay out of pocket till we got the estimate, and they realized I'd need a rental car for 10 days and that there was a lot more damage than they thought, and so that's been a hullabaloo. And then apparently I've decided I'm going to fix my own washing machine because I don't want to deal with it, but problems for another day. This is Mother's Bliss. I really want to get back to this one. And I converted this. I have a ton done. There you go, 3 lines of pink. But I'm converting it to like medium and darker pinks. And I think, yeah, the baby's in like a bonnet and is all swaddled up. I might try to change it to hair. We'll see. I'm not the most adept at that. Oh, this one. So this one I hit my actual stitch goal that I had in my head for this year. This is the National Park Sal by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Another Sal that's quite a few years old. But this is the one I'm focusing on versus Let's Go on an Adventure. And you might be able to tell why, but basically I have, oops, sorry, I'm just trying to get it where you can see it good. So I have the top piece completed, this whole row of parks, and then the whole center bit. So what's left are 3 more parks and then the bottom. So I thought, you know what, if I get that done in the next year or two, that'll be great. So I was really pleased because I wanted to get through that halfway border and have everything up to that completed, or above that, I guess I should say, completed. And I did, so that felt really nice. And I've kind of checked it off for the year, so I'm just not going to think about it for the rest of the year. This is another new start that just, you know, got thrown in here. Apparently I need to do some more starting because, you know, let's have enough WIPs that the whole house collapses. Okay, did I get smart enough to download this? This is my Modern Folk embroidery sale from, I believe it was 2023. I do not think I got a cover page for this. Well, fudge. I'll make a note to try to get a cover page for this as well, but so many people did this that most of you probably know what it looks like. And this is on 32 Count Belfast by Chromatic Alchemy. The name always cracks me up. In Haboob, Haboob. 2/2 with, I'm using DMC 223, and I'm also using a Silks for You, but I lost the tag and I can't find my order confirmation, so I have no idea what Silks for You it is. I apologize. But that's where I'm at. This is clue 1. The bird's got all those berries, so this light pink color is my DMC, and then this variegated darker color that's sort of like purple and maroon is my beautiful Silks for You that I'm using. But I do love that piece. Another one with oodles of fabric that hopefully the roller frame will help me to wrangle. And what's next? We're getting there. Making a nice little dent. And this might be another one I don't have a cover page for. Boy, I thought I was doing so good, but I'm not. This is the Spring Blessing Sale by Tiny Modernist. I'm doing it on 32 Count Jobelin on Bittersweet Light, which is a really lovely fabric. I'm using the called for threads, and I'm doing it 2/2. So this was a sal, and it has a border around the bunny, who has like a big wheelbarrow, a woven wheelbarrow full of these flowers you can see sticking out. But there's a border that goes around, and then there's motifs like all around in little boxes. I'm only planning to do this center. The center, I really love the detail. It's really beautiful. The boxes around it, I don't know. They don't speak to me, so I'm not going to stitch them. But the bunny's looking good, so I need to fill in more white, and I think a little bit of the light brown. And then there's a ton of medium and dark brown in the woven basket, and then some pretty colors up here. But I'm not terribly far from a finish, considering I'm not doing all the other bits. Again, let me put this in my pile of shame where I didn't have a cover picture. All right, this is Spring Queen. I bought this secondhand, and it did not have a cover picture, but I actually know that I do have the cover picture for this. This is a Mirabilia Spring Queen, 4,000 billion stitches in yellow. I started this, I had grand plans one year that I was going to start all the queens on either the equinox or the solstice or the, whatever they're called. I started one and I never got any farther than that, and this is the one I started. This is another one where it's a little bit of a guess which way it goes, but I'm fairly certain it goes this way. It is on a very pretty purpley pink fabric. Let me see if I know what it is. Oh, I do. This is by Crafty Kitten, 32 Count Belfast, and this was the December 2018 limited edition fabric of the month, which is kind of a bummer. It's showing up light pink. It's actually very kind of purple. It's purpley with splotches of pink, but I would call it, if I had to pick a color, I would call it purple. It's showing very pale pink in there, but it's got a really beautiful, like a light lavender color to it. So more to come on that, and we'll just keep plugging away. What's next? Oh, this is a knitter sampler. There's something really fun to me about cross-stitching a knitting pattern, because I feel like I'm doing two of my hobbies at the same time. Does that make sense? But this is by, I should tell you who it's by, October House Fiber Arts. So cute. I'm using the called for colors. I believe this is a mystery fabric. Oh, no, it's not. It's Zweigart Spa, 32 count. And I'm doing it 2/2. No Tigs, you're not going out, baby. He's about to bust the door down. Oops, it's upside down. So I've got a decent amount of that done. Not too bad. So if I wanted, this could probably be a finish this year. We'll see how, if it calls to me. We shall see. I do have 2.5-ish finishes that I'll show you at the end. It'll make sense when I show it to you. This is lavender and lace. I took the picture out from the pack, but I'm doing this on 28 count Jobelin by Witchell in Bittersweet 2/2 with the called for. There's the gorgeous cover picture. She's so pretty holding that baby. And this goes this way. Smidge bit of dress. You can see already where all those beads are gonna go. This thing has, I think, quite a few beads. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a, no, I think there's quite a few beads. This is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And I would like to spend more time on it. All right, let's see. Next is Summer Quaker by Lila's Studio. Stitched on 32 count Zweigart in antique white. 2/2 using the called for DMC. Here is the pattern. Try my best to avoid the glare. Super pretty. So cute. Oh, I just love this. Colors are so gorgeous. This is another one Angela and I started. She's quite a bit farther, as she is with most of them. Her kids are grown, so she has more stitchy time than I do, which I wouldn't trade my time with my kids for the world, so it's totally fine. But she gets to crank through a little bit faster. It's really interesting because we're using the exact same floss, but she used a more primitive fabric. They look so different. It's really kind of wild how just that one change impacts the pattern. And then we have, we're getting there, Swans and Shears. This was a Tempting Tangles one. Oh, this might have to go in the pile of shame too. I don't think I do not have a cover picture. Man, I was so proud of myself. This is on a Mystery Murano 2/2 with the called for DMC. Although there's one color I haven't used yet, and it's not the most attractive color of like barfy green, greenish brown, tannish. It's not what I would consider an attractive color, so I will probably be swapping that one out when I get back to this. I kind of forget about this one. I don't know why. Okay. Powering through. This is one that I inherited. I'm not calling it a WIP because I haven't put a single stitch into it yet, but I really should. So I'll put that in my pile over there. This is Forest Friends. I got this online from, so this is the pattern. I got it from Sasha T. I don't think it's still available, but it could be, but it was an Etsy purchase. I'm doing it 2/2 on 28 count mystery fabric with the called for DMC. Just a bright, fun birth sampler. Oh, I've even got thread on there. I should wrap that up. If you're curious, almost all of my needle minders are from Gina's Unique Boutique on Etsy. I have a few that I made, and I have a few that have randomly come from other places. But for the most part, if you think, oh, I love that, it's probably from Gina's Unique Boutique. This is Fairy Moon by Mirabilia. I am still toying with, so I'm in this purple wrap she has on. I'm still toying with color conversions. I want to look online and see what people have done, and I do think I will drop the wings, but I want to make it brighter, more colorful, I guess. I'm doing this on a raw gold opalescent linen. It is 28 count by Zweigart, 2/2, called for DMC. Working on the shawl. That way? Might be that way. Somewhere like that. Just hold on, Tiggy Bear. He's just itching to go out. He's been out like 100 times today, so he's not desperate to go to the bathroom and being woefully ignored. He's just high maintenance. Just so there's no concerns. He's the most spoiled dog on the planet. He can wait just a minute. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh, this is a terrible printout of a PDF that I bought from Sub Rosa. It's My Heart by Jane Austen. Really enjoy this. I'm doing it with some random fancy floss that I grabbed from my stash, and I have the word always. This is another one that wouldn't take a terribly long time to finish. So, you know, maybe it'll pop up as a finish one of these days. Not today, but one of these days. Okay, this is my coffee menu by Little House Needleworks. I've been remiss in going through my fancy floss to find all the colors I need. I had it kitted with them, and then I pulled them for different projects. And Mocha. That's my big update. Mocha. This is on 28 count Picture This Plus in Ancient. 1/1. No, it's not. 2/2. I fibbed. Using the called for DMC Fancy Floss mixture. And Celebrate Spring. This is one of those super cute tiered trays. Now everybody's coming out with them, and I want to stitch them all, and it's just, you know, so many hours in the day. This is by Madame Chantilly. Celebrate Spring. I have the 4 seasons, and I am very tempted to start autumn. I thought about starting the autumn Mirabilia Queen on, I think it's the 22nd, so 2 days from now. Is it the equinox for autumn? I think so. But I might start the tray. This is what I have on the spring tray. I did switch the ladies dress from blue to purple. I'm doing it on a purple mottled fabric with little bits of pink, but for some reason the blue did not show up well. And I decided that this was a better color. So there we go. Oh, I think we only have 4 left, 5 left. 4 to 5 left. Okay, one is an Mill Hill ornament you cannot see because it's also a mystery stitch for a Christmas gift. So we're just gonna tuck that to the side. When these things eventually get done someday, I will share them with you. This is from Just Cross Stitches October 2016 Halloween, just their October magazine on 28 count mystery even weave. This is Tanya Santarelli of Little Violet. She did this black cat ornament. I could not find the magazine to show you the color. It's in my gigantic stack of nonsense over there. And I'm actually doing this 1/1 because I did not want it to be humongous. So I have this tiny little ink splotch, which is actually like quite a few lengths of thread, but it looks tiny. And let's see. So these are, I call these my beach huts. There were 7 of these, they were designed to be cards, and it was from a Cross Stitcher magazine, I think, one of the British magazines. I'm doing it in a 28 count even weave, 2/2 with the called for DMC. I picked out 6 of the 7, and my plan originally, I'll just kind of go through them as I'm talking, was to stitch them in 2 rows of 3 and make a wall hanging or a pillow or something. But now I have these cute little picture shelves that I put all my decorations on for the holiday. And so my plan is to, I had kind of polled you all, and my plan is to actually stitch these as 6 separate little pillows. And you'll notice I just showed you 5 cottages, I believe. This is the one that is done. I'm in no particular hurry to do these. These might be travel stitching at some point. I don't really have a ton of travel stitching. My kids are young enough that they're not really doing sports on their own yet, and they don't entertain themselves really, and so I'm blessed to be able to spend my time with them, but they do not, it doesn't lend itself to a lot of downtime. So this is Babies Don't Keep by Stitch and Mommy. She is on Etsy. 28 count mystery, even weave 2/2. I just randomly pulled some threads that I liked on this beautiful fabric, and all I have is antique peekaboo, well, half a peekaboo, but it's a beautiful sentiment. I will read it to you the next time I actually make some progress. I don't have a cover picture because I printed the PDF and did not print the picture because at the time I didn't need it. And I think, so I have this one and one, okay, we're down to the last two. This is Adventure Awaits. Well, I think I have a partial cover page printed. Ooh, smacking things with my iPad cover. But I think, fingers crossed, I may have kidding. Oh, but I found Shipjack Sampler. I thought I had this. So there's the cover page for Shipjack Sampler. That's the one I'm doing on that dark, stormy looking fabric. Sorry about that. Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. So we found that one, but I do not think I have, I swear I just downloaded it, but I guess not, Adventure Awaits. But you'll be able to get enough of the gist. This is Caterpillar Cross Stitch, 18 count mystery Aida 2/2. This was a Sal. This is kind of what it'll look like. It's going to be the globe with little motifs. And I've got a hanging thread. Yay much done. This is another one. It's nice because you can kind of knock out a motif or two, but there's more color changes than you'd think in those little motifs. So, all right. Let me put the iPad away because I don't think we need it right now. So the last one I have is my current travel piece, which I actually took out to get some love because it's just not getting love. On a mystery piece of fabric. It is from the Just Cross Stitch 2016 Halloween magazine by Medina Originals, 2/2 on 28 count mystery fabric. And it's this sugar skull with flowers. It's super colorful. You just can't tell. But I made quite a lot of progress. Let me move my needle minder since you last saw it. So you can see here's the skull and then the flowers. It does, so this flower will have like an orangey filling into this pink, and then the next 2 flowers are a repeat, so I've decided I'm just going to switch up the combinations and do like purple and orange and pink and blue or something, and just so that they're all different, but not bad. There's a lot of white, and I'm trying to do the white first so that when I go through with all the colors, 1, it's easier to find all the random spots of color, but 2, I'm not dragging that white through a bunch of colors and getting all the different colored fuzzies on it. Okay, so I have what I'm calling 2 3/4 finishes to show you really quick that you would have seen as WIPs before. The first, super excited, is Snow in Love. This, I do not know what it's from. It was from a Just Cross Stitch Ornament edition. If I can figure it out, I'll try to put it in the description. I'll look for it. But I got it done. It had a lot of back stitching, but man, did it make it look adorable. There you go. If I take my face out, you can see it a little better. So that's super cute. And then I finished, I need something to put behind this, my Made to Create. I have not even ironed it. Look how good that looks. I'm so happy with this. I'm going to make it into a wall hanging for my craft room / office door. And I've got some really cute Tula Pink fabric that's the like purpley pink with the scissors on it. So I'm going to use some of that around it as a border when I get to it. So those are the 2. And then the 3/4 is I finished this. This was a free chart that I got from a now closed down LNS that was for an ornament. I just picked some colors, stitched it up. The reason it is almost done but not done is I have done, all of the stitching, except there's a poinsettia. I never know how you say it right, that goes here, and they had basically said do it in the green or the red, but what I want to do is do it in beads, because I think that would be so pretty. Or maybe if I have like a really jazzy metallic, but probably beads. And there's really not a lot. It's not big. I think it's like 9 beads. So I just need to pull out my beads and do it. I keep forgetting. So almost to finish. It's like fully finished-ish, mostly. So maybe it'll have beads on it next time you see it. So that is it for my WIP parade. I am going to try to be better about making videos. I don't know how often I'll make them, but I am very much going to be making unedited videos. So you get what you get. If I forget a cover page, I'm sorry. There probably won't be any befores right now, at least. But maybe over time it will evolve and I'll be able to manage it a little better if I can just get the videos on a schedule. However, one last bit of managerial work, I guess. I don't know what to call it. If you made it this far, thank you, first of all. Second of all, on my last video umpteen years ago, I'd said if I got to 500 subscribers, I was going to do something special. I got to 502, which blows my mind. I know there are people with millions of subscribers, but to me, like 502 people wanted to watch my cross stitch. Felt like a celebrity. I was like, honey, do you want me to sign your autograph? I was all jazzed. Anyway, but in all seriousness, I didn't forget, and I had many plans and all kinds of ideas, but what I settled on is life is busy and I'm busy and everybody has different taste. And I will absolutely be doing giveaways, I am certain, in the future of charts and quilt stuff and yarn and Lord knows what else. However, if you made it this far and you are a subscriber and you are over 18, did I cover all the legal stuff? Over 18 and a subscriber. Please don't say giveaway, free, any of those words that people use to just troll for free stuff, because I want it to go to somebody who is actually watching this. But I am going to be giving away 4 $20 Etsy gift cards. I figure that way, if you love cross stitch, but you want fancy floss, you want a pattern, you want fabric, you want whatever it is, you can pick out whatever you're most excited about. So I will be giving away 4 $20 Etsy gift cards. What I am going to use for the keyword is 500. You can either put in the number, preferably, that's a little easier to see, or the word 500. I don't care. I'm going to have to manually go through the comments anyway. Comment picker now, you got to like pay for it, and I'm way too cheap for that. I have cross stitch supplies and a hobby to support here. I have addictions that are much more necessary than random comment picker. So if you would like to enter, please be a subscriber. Please be over 18. I will send you a digital gift card to Etsy if you win in the amount of $20. There will be 4 winners. So just know you'll have to give me your email and that's how it will be sent to you. You can be anywhere in the world. I don't care. As long as you have an email address that I can send an Etsy gift card to, you are in it to win it, babe. So, yeah, I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is able to enjoy some stitchy time. I hope that life is treating you kindly and with grace. And just know that I wish the best for you all. I hope to be back soon. I hope you've enjoyed this WIP parade. And again, if you want to enter the drawing, please don't say drawing or giveaway, but use the word 500, either numbers or the word, and 4 individuals will be selected for a $20 Etsy gift card that will be emailed to you anywhere in the world. Happy stitching. Make sure you sparkle plenty. I got my sparkles. Sparkle, sparkle. Got a sparkle. I might be in gym clothes, but you're going to be blinded by the sparkles. I'm going to make sure of it. So, all right. Wishing you all well. Happy stitching. Bye.